What is going on, you dead set legends? Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey!
welcome to the Ready Bang, the number
Ready,
one
bang! Yeah,
arm
I'm glad
wrestling
to be here. It's been
podcast.
a while since we talked.
Yeah, and it has been. It has been. I tell you, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'll introduce my guest in a minute. Just got to quickly thank the people that make all this possible. My YouTube and Patreon bangers for as little as 50 cents a week. You guys are donating to the Aussie Armwrestler, and I really, really appreciate it. And every single dollar goes back to the show. It cost me a lot of beers to get Toddzilla on the show. So I tell you,
I drink cheap beers, so it's not expensive.
yeah, I tell you, I am absolutely hanging to have a beer with this man. I ranked him in my top 5 arm wrestlers of 2022. Anytime someone else has a match, it makes this man look better. Ladies and gentlemen, Toddzilla, Todd Hutchings in the house.
Hey,
What's going on, my man? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well.
You look happy. You look relaxed.
Yeah, things are going well. I think. I mean, I'm telling you, man. I could. I think if I bent over to pick up a quarter, I'd find $1. I mean, things are going well.
That is magnificent. That is magnificent. But the first thing I've got to ask before we say hi to everyone in the comments, Todd, where have you been?
At the end of last year, things are just getting rough, and I lost twice those last 2 matches, and it was just grueling. So I was going to take a couple of months off. I thought I'd come back in January. Engen reached out to me, and I said, "Look, Engen, I'm not ready in January either." So he'll put me in May. You know, I got a match coming up in 2 weeks in Montana.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
To do that. I'll be ready by then. But it was well, you take a little time off, man. It's rough getting back into it. I mean,
it would be at one stage, mate. In 2022, I was loving it. We were talking, and you were just on fire. You're like, "Hey, peasants, here's my price list. If you want to book the king."
Yeah. Oh, that worked out well. And I think people appreciated it because, you know, people that I'd never heard of would reach out to me and they'd say, "Well, that's how I got the match in Montana." They go, "Hey, I heard this." I go, "Yeah, that's true." They offered me the match and I checked the calendar and it was open. I said, "I'm there."
Well, it's just like no bullshit, because it's like because I think with you putting out your price list, I think everyone was a bit like, "Oh, wow. Oh, we might be able to afford an elite person to turn up and spend some time with us." Because sometimes people have the massive $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in the head when you go to your checklist and it wasn't that.
Yeah. I mean, I learned this from John. I mean, John's probably the most professional arm wrestler I've ever met.
Yeah.
And I just embraced being a professional arm wrestler. And we're currently not in any dominant progressive type. You know, we're not all fighting to be world champion. We're not trying to be. I don't even know if we have a league or a tournament that defines the world champion right now. It's so. I mean, we're arm wrestling for show, you know, for audience members and stuff like that. And I go, well, okay, then let's make a run at it. You know, putting the events on as a business. I'll just make it simple.
Yeah, you just turn up, pin people, and get paid. The one thing I am enjoying as first off a fan of a sport before everyone accepted me as one of their own was the fact that you guys, yourself and John and everyone are getting the paydays you guys deserved 20 years ago. You know, like when you had that famous match with John Brezink with the awesome facial with that, you probably paid to enter that tournament. You know what I mean? And you're on, or you know, you might have got free entry and $100 for winning.
No, we paid to enter. I'm not even sure what we split. You know, I think first prize was maybe $1,000, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But it was, you paid for the travel. I mean, to me, I went to the other side of my country, got a hotel, the whole thing. It was, no, the arm wrestling has definitely gotten bigger. And I don't know if it was the WAL who blew it up, and then it's continuing after that, but it is definitely a lot bigger, a lot more lucrative sport than when I started. And COVID didn't kill it. When the WAL went away, we were all kind of crying the demise of professional arm wrestling. Hell, I think it's better now than when WAL was running it, because now there's 2 or 3 choices to go make money in. So it actually like expanded when the league that expanded it went away.
Yeah, well, it was, I think, what happened during COVID. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get to you guys in the chat in a minute because they're all throwing love at you, Toddzilla, which you deserve. But what I noticed during COVID is once everyone finished watching every single video of their favorite sport, they would look over and go, oh, what's this arm wrestling thing? Oh, this is pretty cool. And then everyone started watching WAL videos and things like that, old top 8 videos, and everyone's like, oh, holy shit, these guys are monsters. But yeah, there's so many people in the chat. White Wolf, he says, I have Todd ranked in the top 5 arm wrestlers I'd like to have a beer with.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to be on every one of those lists.
I reckon you are. You're definitely at the top of the Aussie Arm Wrestlers list. Like a proper beer. Like we've had a beer on the show together, but a proper beer. I want to hang out with you. Yeah, you got well, Miller Caramel by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, Miller High Life.
Andrew Bailey's happy. He's like, ready, bang. It's the Toddzilla. It's not the real Dennis Aplenkov, but that channel says we all love Toddzilla. How can you not? Ready, bang, Aussie and Toddzilla from Rick James. The tipster's in the house, says Mr. Zilla. Awesome to be here with you. Tipster, call him Todd. It's bad enough he's the king of side pressure and the strongest man in Australia. Let's not start calling him Mr. Zilla. Then he'll make me start calling him Mr. Zilla. But everyone's up and about, mate. Swisher Sweet's happy you're here. De Beaumont resident is happy you're here. Todd and Oleg's love child says father. But yeah, everyone is up and about that you're here. Benji Mack says Master Todd. What have we got? Hail from Not My Monkeys, Not My Circus. Rob is in there. What have we got? There goes Tokyo. Go Toddzilla. Betty from Western Kentucky. Hello. I've been waiting for this live for some months now. Glad to see Todd again. Sarah Latona's in the chat. Here we go. Everyone's being awesome. Right. You had some time off. We saw a very rare thing with the Yevgeny match. Now, we don't have to talk too much about it, but we saw a rare.
You can talk all you want. That match was that man is phenomenal.
Yeah. But what did it feel like when you got there? Because like I thought we all thought it was going to be pretty even. You were like peak Toddzilla, and it just didn't go your way.
Yeah, I just felt he just disconnected me, man. He dominated my hand so much. I felt like I was slow and not ready and just outclassed. It was it was tough. It was a tough ride home. It was a tough few weeks afterwards.
Yeah, it was the first time I watched the match, and it looked weird that you didn't just grab your bag and walk off stage before you could get interviewed. It was shocking. For someone like you, what does a loss like that do to you?
Well, I've had a couple of losses like that, and it usually forces you to you got to reassess everything. because the last time I went through this was my last match with Babayev, and I said, look, get any faster. There's little I can do power and stuff, but I got to go back and try something. And arm wrestling has kind of changed. Arm wrestling changes as you progress anyways, but I knew at that point that I wasn't going to go much farther with my hand being as weak as it was. I went a long ways with very little hand power, but it was explained to me in bright red flags that day that you're not going to go anywhere with a hand as weak as what mine was. So, I took some time off, did some stuff, kind of thought about it, and now we're back trying to figure out how to get a world-class hand in the shortest period of time.
I think you just have to get that special juice and just stab it right in there and then like blow it up like a balloon, because I think for the past 5 years, and we can quote Toddzilla, it was 3 words: fuck your hand. That's
exactly right. But then somebody with a better hand fucked me. So.
Oh, that is brilliant as everyone's jumping in the chat. Everyone, thank you for joining. Of course, I'm with the world-class world champion, Toddzilla. So if you can, please hit the like button and join in the laughs. We'll get to some questions a little later on because Todd's just had some time off. He looks healthy. He's looking happy. Things are going really well for him. So we're going to get into that. So like next week or the week after, you're back on the table in a super match.
2 weeks, not the weekend coming up, but the weekend after.
Yeah. Look, to be fair, I've never heard of Ben Brooks. You've got a super match with him. I saw the poster and I thought it was fake. No disrespect to the promoters. I had a look at the poster and I was like, nah, that's not right. That's not right. But everyone's like, yeah, Todd's pulling. So where did this come about? And if you can give us a bit of a heads up on Betty.
For the next 2 weeks, he's the strongest man in Montana. And then when I come home, I will then own Montana, and I'm going to put it in the closet next to Australia. So the promoter reached out to me, and we went back and forth, but he saw the price list, and this was signed quite a while ago. The promoter's incredibly professional. I got a contract and everything, what we do and that kind of stuff. It's really nice. And it's Great Falls, Montana. It's an absolutely stunningly beautiful part of our country. Montana is one of the states that touches Yellowstone, and Great Falls is just beautiful. They should be right in the heart of winter there. It's one of the states that has a substantial winter. Where I live, we get like crappy winter. We get hardly any snow. So I'm looking forward to going to see him. He's got a few matches on YouTube. He practiced with John Brezink once. I watched that video. He's been in Utah. He's pulled a few people I know. I liken him to, I got a guy in my arm wrestling club, the Muddy River Boys, named Jamie Baker, and I think he is very close to, or maybe slightly better than Ben Brooks. So I have like an awesome training partner to prepare me for this. And it'll be the first match since August. August or September. I don't know the last time I arm wrestled, but this will be the first match in a long time. So
yeah, going 4 or 5 months without Toddzilla on the table is criminal. Pay the man. We need to see more of him. We've got Frez here in the chat. He says Ben Brooks won the John Brezink Cup in November. He's had pins on Cody Merritt, Jordan Sill, and Vitor Munoz, Gabby Vasconcelos' husband, as you were mentioning before. So
I've watched that video several times. So.
What's his weight?
Big. 300 or something. I mean, he's like he weighs what if you and I got on the scale at the same time, that's what he weighs.
Wow. Wow, big boy, a big boy. Thank you very much, Muscle Bike, for the super chat. It says top tier guest as always, Aussie. Yeah, very fortunate that Todd and I can have a chat. Actually, fun story, Muscle Bike. Toddzilla made me look like an absolute genius. So what happened the first time Todd and I met? I'll quickly tell the story, Todd. I love it. I was messaging Todd like 2 years ago. Hey, man, I'm this weird Aussie guy. Do you want to come on the chat? And Todd's like, I can't come this week. Let's do Tuesday next week. I was like, not a problem. Thank you so much. That weekend, Todd Hutchings blew up the internet when him and Lachlan, like a year before their match, just were arguing. And it was getting violent and people were coming left, right, and center, defending each other. People were killing each other, putting 10, 20 grand on this match. And then I was just sitting there like, oh, and Todd's going to come on the show after this Facebook fix. I was like, Todd. And then after we did the first show, like 5 days later, you're like, no, get me back on. I've got more to say. And I was like,
yep.
Yeah.
It was warmer then. We did that. I was outside. I was like 50 yards from here outside and we did that talk. I remember that.
And yeah, so I was just like, that is awesome. Just old Joe, he says, need some more cooking videos, Todd.
Working on them. I gotta start. I'm gonna update the strap buckle video, and there's several videos to start making. Even got the camera right here. It's getting charged up. So
beautiful. We definitely need more Toddzilla videos. So in August, Magda has hit you up. You're going to go to Canada and you're going to have that match that we've been screaming for against John Brzezinski. I mean, this is money. This is the match. Why Magda and why August? Like, I'm sure everyone would have been chasing this match.
Lots of people were chasing the match. And
I even looked. No word of a lie.
What's that?
I was just going to say, no word of a lie. When we last spoke, I even had a chat with my wife about maybe doing a bit of refinancing and getting the match in Australia. Like, even I wanted the match.
I was approached by 4 or 5 people. Some of them, some not. And John was approached by a couple. And me and John would be talking privately about it. And finally, I just said, look, John, you just handle the negotiations. When people came up and proposed it to me, I'd say, send it to John. John knows where I'm at. He'll negotiate it. And almost all the promoters fell through. Magda reached out and she was having a hard time because John was traveling a lot. So Magda had the idea months before it was actually announced. She just had a hard time getting a hold of John. I think she went to Turkey to personally talk to him to pull it together. So, I mean, that's the kind of promoter that got the match. I mean, because that's dedication. So,
yeah, you can't be sitting on your hands. Well, sometimes Magda's in the chat. So if you are in the chat, Magda, and that is true, then I'll take my hat off to you. That is unbelievable. Yeah. So it's going to happen in August. You don't have to travel 15 hours. You don't have to travel 15 hours for the match. Do you take any notice of John versus Irakli, John versus Dennis, which we'll get to those matches in a minute? Do you take any notice of those, or are you like, John Brzezinski's John Brzezinski?
Yeah. I mean, I watch them. John won't pull me like he pulls the other people. I'm just I watch a lot of John's videos and see how consistent he stays. What actually made me worried was when John first started pulling again, he started like getting his hand back and started pulling all like bad hand position and all elbow and sideways. And that was like making me nervous. But now he's all hand control. I go, okay, you go back to the John that I've known for 25 years and then everything will be fine. But I don't want him trying no crazy stuff anymore, So.
Mate, that match is going to be mega. Will you have any other? Well, you've got a match booked in May. Are you going to go like you did in 2022 and get as many matches as possible, or are you going to take it a little bit easier this year?
I am going to stop arm wrestling in August. My season will then end in August. Things have flipped. I'm in a completely different situation than I was last year. And when I was doing all that pulling, I actually kind of thought that last year might have been my last year. But now I'm in it. I'll take any match. The price list is still the same. If I'm open, I'm pulling. But starting in August, that's family time from August till January. And then then my arm wrestling season will start again February of 2024.
Well, you may, anywhere between August and October, you just may need to have one little holiday to Canada because Arm Gods, a promotion that I've been involved in, they just had their first event. I'm not sure if you saw Evan Burgoyne hit Paul Maiden with a beer can.
Right.
So we had a big Devon was there. We were in Ireland, but they're having their next event in Canada. So you just may have to keep your options open. It's going to be a good event.
Well, that might be the grand finale for 2023 then.
Yes. I'll definitely let Marcus Thompson know. I mean, Arm Wrestling Television, he says, I thought he was retiring fully. He got so worried. I know Toddzilla is the king. That's all. Says Fox 8 Ball. Fox 8 Ball loves you. He absolutely loves you. Devon's forearms in the chat. He's happy that he's made it.
He does love me, man. He sends me lots of nice things.
Who's that? Who sends you lots of nice messages?
Fox 8 Ball.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Fox 8 Ball's on my YouTube channel a lot. I know he loves me.
Yeah. We've got a super chat here. It says, Toddzilla has to be at every big event. I would buy the pay-per-view only because he is participating. Greetings from Germany, says Mitch. Can you hear us, Todd? We're getting a bit of delay. Can you hear us?
Oh, that's nice.
We're just getting a bit of a delay on your end. Let's see if Todd's internet's caught up.
I hear you, but like you said, there is a delay now for whatever reason.
What's wrong with your internet? Oh, he's completely frozen. I'm just going to message Todd personally. What a shame, because it was absolutely rocking. Zeus, it's all right. Let's see. Try leaving and coming back to the show. I've just sent you a message, Todd. Maybe try hopping out and hopping back in. See if he can.
Right.
It's like,
I mean, I hear you, but it's delayed.
I wonder.
I mean, I see and hear you now.
So hopefully Toddzilla will come back. We had a bit of a set. He started off well. He started off well. Don't go far. Don't go far. So let's see if he comes back. Oh, because we were killing it. I still want to talk to him about a lot of stuff, but let's see if he comes back. Let's see if he comes back. What a shame. Because yeah, I'm not sure if he's on his computer. It's all Muddy River's fault. Troops says, if you've just joined us, we started off on fire with Toddzilla, and then his internet. He's never been known for very good internet, Toddzilla. So we'll see if he comes back. But thank you all for joining me if you can. I mean, I didn't even get to tell him about the poll. Hey, 154 people have voted. Hey, if we can, before Todd comes back in, let's see how he goes. Let's see how this goes. Are you with us, mate?
I can hear you, but now the audio's messed up.
Your audio is fine for us. We'll see if there's any delay.
Okay. I mean,
okay, that's
you're fine.
Okay, I think it's a little bit better now, and we are back. yeah, there's a bit of crickling going on.
Right.
Oh, that seems better.
Okay, let's try this.
We'll just try this. That's all right. We'll ask a few questions. Yeah, I'm not sure. No, it's back. That crickling noise is back. Anyone in the chat, do you have any idea what our man Todd can do? Because, yeah, you're just on a phone, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep, I'm just on the well. Yeah, I'm on a phone. I was gonna say I could go to the computer, but the computer's got even worse internet. So
that's all right. We'll soldier on. We'll soldier on. Hey, what are we going to destroy John Brasink in August or what?
We are certainly going to give him his money's worth.
It's brilliant. I'm so excited for that matchup. Are you going to join everyone else? Devon's going through a weight cut. Monster Michael Todd's going through a weight cut. Are you going to drop down? Because at one stage you were the man in the middleweight division, and WAL made you go up a division. Will you drop back down?
I mean, I don't know if I got a reason to. You know, Engen's about the only one consistently giving me matches, and he sometimes asks me what weight it is, and I usually tell him I don't care. I'd always prefer a lighter weight against the bigger guys, but no, I mean, I'll pull whatever weight class. I didn't, I can't get much above 230 anyways, so. If there's a match at 198, I'll pull 198. But typically, when people offer me matches, there's no weigh-in, So
yeah, okay, fair enough. So Proving Astrology is coming with a super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Says Toddzilla, are you thinking of going for any of the East versus West titles? So that's where my next follow-up was going to be. Would you go to 105 kilo and beat Ongabayev? Would you drop down to 95 and beat Pauline?
That's up to Engen. Engen texted me he's going to put me in the May event, but he hasn't announced who my opponent is. So
yeah. Oh, we can't wait. We can't wait for that one. So before we got cut off, how many more? You were saying that around August is going to be, from now to August is your season. How many matches would you like to fit in there?
1, 2, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's February.
That's enough.
We're in the second month. August is the 8th month. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 7 months. Yeah, 5 matches between 5 matches in the next 7 months. That's about right.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. As everyone's just coming in and saying, g'day. How you going, mate? Hope all is well. Pulsio TV says, hello, Aussie and Uncle Todd.
Pulsio TV loves me, man.
Everyone loves you, Todd. It's impossible. Everyone hates your internet, but they love you.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think a few people in the chat want to go fishing with you as well, which is
Just
good.
stop on by. I'm home most every weekend. So.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Do you have any dream matches? Because you're now entertaining the idea of retirement. Are there any retirement matches, send-off matches, a couple of people you'd like to test before you call it a day?
I'm pulling John. That pretty much says it all.
Wow. Oh. So that could be it. That could be the retirement match.
It very well could be.
Say it isn't true, Todd. Say it isn't true. We need at least another 10 years.
We'll see. We'll see. I've already quit 3 times, so my quitting don't mean nothing. You can't trust me. When I say I'm quitting, I'm a liar because I've quit 3 times. So.
Yeah. And it definitely would be hard, especially in this era when when the money is getting bigger and things like that. It would definitely be hard to walk away. Like, it's good that you're giving your body a rest, but then when someone rings you and says, hey, Todd, we've got a big wad of cash for you here to do what you love doing, and you're pretty good at it.
Yeah. No, it's addictive. It's hard to, even when you're taking time off, you still think about it all the time. You're never completely away from it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you would do. I think your internet's playing up a bit again. I think we're getting a delay again.
That's typical. Next time we do this, we'll move it up 2 hours. I'll do it from my office at work. They have good internet.
So. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because we're getting at about it's about a 10-second delay from when I speak and you respond. Oh, now I'm not getting.
Oh,
now not...
if you want to finish this tomorrow at 4:00, I got streaming internet then because I can do it from work.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Well, I'm just going to write you a chat. Let's do tomorrow, 4 p.m. your time. I've sent you a private chat in here. I'll send it to your Facebook as well. Just going to send it to your Facebook as well. Toddzilla.
I'll be there.
Do
all right.
4 p.m. tomorrow. Hopefully, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if you can hear us, but we'll definitely do another one of these tomorrow. 4.
Okay. 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock tomorrow.
All righty. I'll see you then.
Bye. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Oh man. That's all right. So we will have Toddzilla tomorrow. So it'll be a little bit earlier. So you heard that 4 p.m. Eastern time. But I'll hang around for a little bit. Now because Todd is awesome, man. So we'll get another chat. Let me okay, so I'll answer some of these questions here. Big Grove Goats, he says, what did I miss? Why are you where did we go? Why? Thank you for being a member. Why are you quitting? Where is it? Why are you quitting, Todd? Why are you quitting? Well, he just thought, he's 50-something years old. 50-something years old. So he's, sometimes, he sometimes goes there. But we can re-ask some of the questions that he missed out. Proving astrology, can you ask that question tomorrow? Any advice in his next comeback? So, yeah. So we'll have a chat for a little bit. We'll have a chat. If you've got any questions for me, drop them in the chat. So what we did cover, which we'll probably we'll probably go through some of the stuff again because it was a bit bulky. We started off awesome. So if you have joined, his internet finally crashed on us. We were getting 20-second delays and it just wasn't happening. So Table IQ, will you be at South Australia event at AWE? No, I won't, Pete, because I'll be at King of the Table. I'll be there. Okay. Todd just replied to me at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll do it. We'll do it all again. Yeah, so I'll be a King of the Table. The graphics and everything will come in. What's up, brother? Lord Stephen Regal. I missed a lot of poor Todd's internet. But that is okay. Where's Hutching Aussie? So if you've just joined, Todd's internet went really well. And then his internet just plummeted. That's kind of Todd's thing at his house in Ohio. So that's just kind of his thing, which is so we're going to come back tomorrow. So he'll be on the show again tomorrow, a little bit earlier than usual, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's that? 8 a.m. Australian time. So we'll all have a crack there. Joel Cagle, the Chicken Man in the house. While you're in here, if you can all hit the like button, well, we'll go on for a few more minutes. Now, any thoughts on Ray's next match at Arm Wars? It'll be exciting. Ray and Arm Wars are exciting. He's pulling Minigus Tarasides. It'll be brilliant. I think it'll be a great match. It'll be a banger in the middle. Yeah, I actually don't know who will win that match. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Okay. So if you just join us, Todd's going to be on the show tomorrow. So I get two bites at the cherry for him. You're all being cool in the chat. So we covered his Yevgeny match. We covered I didn't even get to talk about that. We talked about his match with Ben Brooks. We might retouch the John Brasink match. We may retouch about the retirement that he was talking about, but we will get him back in the chat. Beauty. I was just making sure the messages are coming in. No, okay. Beauty. So everything is going well. We saw the graphic. When you hopping on the plane, Jake? When you hopping on the plane? I leave, my manager Phil, I believe on the 23rd. The 23rd of February. It's the 1st of February here. JR says, Aussie, will you be sporting a new blazer King of the Table since Beerman slap-soiled your old one? No way. That's my gimmick. I'm wearing the same outfit every single event because that's got Dave Chafee's blood, Beerman's beer on it. So now when I go there, I might get sparks from the Denis Saplenkov robot. I might get John Brzezinski spit on it. It's going to go in the arm wrestling Smithsonian. That's how good it's going to go. That's how good it is. It is going to go. I am up and about for sure. Now, hopefully, he has better internet. When Todd has better internet tomorrow, I can incorporate. You guys in the chat to Toddzilla as well. That's right. It's the legacy suit. Jake Arthur says you're going to run out of body fluid soon. It's brilliant. It's the only way to go about it. I was just looking from you, Pele. If Toddzilla retires, will he change his arm wrestling coaching? No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll do that. What time Eastern, says Lord Stephen Regal. 4 p.m. Eastern. Toddzilla will be back on the show, so I get another bite of the cherry with him. We're going to get all his predictions for the upcoming matches. I want to talk about Irakli with him. Possible matchup. See if we can get him to drop any names that he's allowed to. Dan Earthquake. Don't worry, Jake. I remember when the landline phone calls were crackly. Yep. I remember that back in the day. Irving Brown says I can see it framed behind glass one day, like the ones at the Hard Rock Cafe. I tell you, that's going in the Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame. I will probably never make the Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame, but that will be going into the Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame. That is for sure. So yeah, it's I'll tell you this whole thing. I was sitting there and I might make a little video about it, but I just want to share a story with you guys. And it came to fruition with me when I was having some dinner with my family. Wife and I were deciding on what movie to watch. I always suggest Over the Top. And she's like, no, we're gonna watch something else. And I was like, cool. So I was like, hang on, let me get to this super chat, and then I'll tell you this story. I love this story. White Wolf, my man. Jacket also has White Wolf's drool and snot. Yes, when you walked in the Irish rain. Yes, that's another reason. So I always lose something when I go traveling. I don't mean to. And I thought I lost my jacket. But I went to White Wolf's house where White Wolf was staying, because White Wolf lives in America. And I was like, dude, did I leave my jacket at your place? Can you please bring it for the press conference? And yeah, so add that to the jacket of Smithsonian. So thank you very much for the super chat, White Wolf. If you have just joined us, Todzilla's internet crashed half an hour into the podcast, and we're going to go live 4 p.m. tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. So back to my story. So I'm having dinner, and my wife chooses another movie, which is fine. And I said, right, to compromise, we have to watch the over-the-top highlights. So it's like a little 6-minute video on YouTube and things like that. So it was funny because I was watching it, and if you look closely during the montage, you see John Brzezinski, a young John Brzezinski, who wins he wins the actual over-the-top tournament, and that was from the match. You see him grip up, and then you see him flash pin, his stone face. Anyway, at the time the movie was made, let me double check. Was it 1986 over the 1987? Yeah, 1987, right. So I'm 3 years old when the movie's made. I go to the video shop when I'm 7 in 1991. And I see Sylvester Stallone on the front cover. So I pick up the video and I look on the back and it says the word wrestling, because I'm obsessed with wrestling. I was obsessed with Hulk Hogan. My dad, God bless his soul, said, Jake, you know that's not Hulk Hogan wrestling. That's arm wrestling. And I'm like, I don't care. I want to hire it. So at 7 years old, I see this guy pin someone on the show. 32 years later, I will be calling his match at King of the Table 6 because I'll be MC and commentator at King of the Table 6. They'll release the graphics and announce it soon, but I'm just telling people. So, yeah, so I was just like, holy shit, that 7-year-old kid and John Brzezink's trajectory were going to meet. We're going to meet. You know, I've had John on the show, but I'm going to hang out with him in person. He's going to be on the show. He's going to be on the show. And also I'm going to commentate him and interview him live. And I just thought, for me, I just thought that was cool. From 7-year-old Jake who watched a movie and then the way life just went, that I'll be in the commentary booth giving John Brezink a ready bang. There we go. Buddy Hale in the chat. We haven't seen Buddy Hale in a while. How are you going, mate? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Superstar XZX in the chat. Performance Enhancing Pancake is in the chat. Youngie Bread. If you're just joining us, it's not story time with the Aussie Armwrestler. Todzilla's internet stuffed up. So we're going 4 p.m. Tomorrow. Eastern time. He's gonna come back on. Joe Woodland in the house says, wow. Yeah, White Wolf, cool story. Dreams come true. Gizmo, that is a crazy story. It's a lovely bit of nostalgia. Jake, thank you. Yeah. I found it fascinating. Yeah, I found it fascinating. Thanks, Troy. The tipster, Angelo. Yeah, and it's funny. It's funny because I was basketball, I was wrestling, I was Aussie rules footy, and I was every other sport besides arm wrestling. And it was just like, holy shit, like there's a 7-year-old kid watching John Brezink on TV. Look, at the time, I didn't know that was, or who John Brezink was. Obviously, I'm 7. But for that to go the way it did, and we're going to meet together, and I'll be like, hey, and win, lose, or draw, I'm going to interview him after the match anyway, because I just need that picture. I just need that picture. Phil Woody, I always forget that I'm older than you, Jake. Yeah, I'm 38. How old are you, Phil, my manager? Hey, Aussie. There you go, mate. Stephen Shane Show. Hope you're doing well, mate. Steve Regal says, let's go. He's also in the top 5. Give us your top 5. You've named us 2, White Wolf. Give us your top 5. Nightmare in the house. Ready, bang. Great stuff, man, which was awesome. Jake, you should have John sign a copy of Over the Top VHS for you. I think I have it. I think I have it upstairs in my collection. I tell you what I'd really love, the John Brezink arm wrestling figure. I've got a John Brezink trading card, like not the East versus West one, but like 1999 or something. I've got a trading card upstairs that I will take with me. What else have we got? Better Max, Sound Sabers in the house. Dan Earthquake says, enthusiasm is the driver. You could have put it back and become an accountant. Oh, no chance. No, I was never going to have a boring job. I'm glad you're back, man. Glad you're back. What else have we got? Yeah, so top 5 that you want to have a beer with, White Wolf. Who are your top 5? So yeah, I mean, and now I'm gonna be hanging out with him hopefully twice if I can get to Canada. Trying to look for sponsorships for the flight so I can get to Canada and call the John Brezink versus Todd Hutchings match, because Magnus said, if you're here, you're here. Ryan Bussier, just giving you a heads up, mate. For the first half an hour, 35 minutes, we had Todd. His internet went awesome, and then his internet crashed. So we're going to go live at 4 p.m. and finish the podcast with him. But you know I love just having a chat with you, Dead Set Legends. I just got to send a message. Jury has your number. Okay. Yeah, beauty. Sergeant Tank. Jake, that's an awesome story. Your persistence is evident. Keep up the great work, man. Ready, freaking bang. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And like Todd's told me in the past, he doesn't do many podcasts, but he says whenever you want me on, he'll come on my podcast. So I'm pretty honored about that. Sup Dog says ready, bake. Tell you what, I am hungry. But yeah, so yeah, for some of these people, is just something else. Yeah, when you're in the world of arm wrestling, and these guys are like, "Yep, I'm with you, Aussie. I'm with you. Let's rock and roll." And I didn't even realize I've got my King of the Table shirt on, which I'll be getting another one in 3 weeks. So you want to be a part of this channel because you saw all the behind the scenes stuff you got when I was over there last time. And what's going to be even better is I'm going to go buy internet and take it with me so I don't have to rely on the space or the hotel's Wi-Fi. Not that the Wi-Fi was too bad, but like there was some awesome car rides and just out to lunch with some of the crew, which was awesome. So yeah. Steve Regal gives his top 5 of who he would like to have a drink with. Travis Bajan, Devon, RVJ, John Brezink, and Richard Lupkes. I've had a drink with 3 of those people, but only on the show. Devon in person, but Devon wasn't drinking because he was preparing for the Sandris match when we were over there. But I've had a few drinks with RVJ on the show. Hopefully Travis will be on the show soon. And hopefully Richard Lupkes will be on the show later on in the year. Top 5 arm wrestlers I'd like to have a beer with. The GOAT, Toddzilla, RVJ, Cobra Rhodes. Cross him off because you had plenty with him in Ireland. Levan. Offered to buy Devon a beer, but he's not a big drinker. Unfortunately, you won't be able to have a drink with Cleve Dean. But yeah, because for those who don't know, White Wolf was with us for Arm Gods. So yeah. Sasquatch says, ready, bang. I'm off the road now. I just hate listening, not being able. But in the chat, hello to all the legends. Hello, Aussie. You freaking ledge. But I do enjoy that you don't text while you drive, which is awesome. Dizzy Busy 88. Hey, Jake, ready, bang. Late. Looking forward to finishing with Toddzilla tomorrow. Yeah, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Just double checking. Yeah, it's confirmed. So 4 p.m. will be brilliant. Will be brilliant. What's up with RVJ, mate? When business is booming and he's making hand over fist money for him and his lovely family, yeah, sometimes you got to put priorities. You got to put priorities. And he's a big family man. He loves his family. Heather's awesome. He'd love to arm wrestle, but yeah. You know what you guys are like when, you want to attend every live stream, but work calls. And that's where the money is. As much as you'd love to be in all the live streams, that's just the same. That's just the same for him because he's awesome. He really is. Just gonna. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh shit! How did I forget? Wild Horse is gonna kill me. Yeah. Well, he can step in for Cobra on your list. But yeah, mate, how good are the matches coming up in February? Also, don't forget they've still got other matches to announce for King of the Table. So there's more than 2 matches for King of the Table. we've got the Devon thing. So the Devon versus Sandra's thing, because the way it's set up, we won't be doing a live commentary per se. We will do a live pre-show. We'll join everyone in the premiere, have a bit of a chat and whatnot, and then we may do a aftermath. You know what I mean? Because their live comment, the way they're presenting it is a bit different. And I was just chatting for Neil, and I was like, you know what, Neil? Let's give it a go. Like, Neil's not the biggest fan of live commentary. So I'm like, hey, but like, you know, we have great discussions about it. Don't get me wrong. So then I'll be like, here we go. How about we test it? We test it. So we're going to try the before and maybe after. What else have we got? Brian Damage and the Memories is my top 5 arm wrestlers to have a beer with. Matt Mars, Toddzilla, Cobra, Wayne Withers, and the Beer Man. Well, I've had a beer with 2 of those people on your list, Brian. I'm very lucky. That's Beer Man and Cobra. There we go. Everyone's talking about beers and beer games. So, yeah, so that's going to happen with the Devon Sandras match. I'll be there. So, please, Levan, Hermes, John, Dennis, and all the other competitors will be on the show one way or another, whether they'll be sit-down interviews, whether I do a live, because, like, we catch up and we do a sponsors thing. Then there's the rules meeting. Then we all eat dinner together, usually have breakfast together. Then I'll get people to either come to my room or wherever I am, because I always carry my equipment with me, because you just never know. Shit, I got the Dennis Saplenkoff interview because I bumped into Bubkin at the gym. I was like, I'm an opportunist. So yeah, you'll see anyone and everyone come on the show. So please, you'll see me live right before. You'll see me on the pre-show at King of the Table. You'll see me on King of the Table. I'll go live after King of the Table. Yeah, it is. It is all happening. It is all happening. So, yeah. We're just talking about a whole heap of things, mate. And I know you're going live in an hour, which is good. So make sure you get over to Evans. He's going live in an hour. Todzilla's internet stuffed up, so we're going again tomorrow. Braun Strap says, what's the relationship between Arm Wars and East versus West? Are they working together? Everyone intertwines and works together per se. So, like, because East versus West and King of the Table are both core sports. So they're obviously going to work together. Then Arm Wars, Neil does some announcing for East versus West. So they're always talking to each other. Everyone pretty much gets along. So I think there's heaps of room for all of us. I know Monster Michael Todd, he does his own thing, but he does, like, because he talks to Engen all the time, booking matches there or whatnot. They all intertwine with each other, which is good, because we would love it. And then for those that are complaining about Ryan's event being on the same day as King of the Table, Ryan's event is at a sports festival. So that was the sports festival date, not Ryan's date, a sports festival date. So they've got UFC there. They've got bloody fighting, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? So Ryan didn't pick the date. The sports festival did. And then they were trying to get the date, because King of the Table at times was early March. And then they had to do it at the end of Feb. So then it was like, oh. Yeah, and I was like, oh, there we go. So yeah, everyone's being good. Table IQ says, how do I get a colored name? Is there some subscription model? Yeah, if you want a green name with a logo next to it. I mean, you're one of my Patreon members, so unfortunately I can't change it on here. But you're one of my Patreon members, Table IQ. You'll my Patreon bangers. There you are, Table IQ. And then, of course, all the other Dead Set Legends that are my YouTube bangers. Hey, 50 cents a week, guys. 50 cents a week. But, yeah. So appreciate each and every one of you, which is amazing. 50 cents a week, and you really, really help out. So, okay. Yeah, better to work together. Everyone's talking about awesome. Yeah, my manager says we're all in this arm wrestling industry together. Yeah, because we've really got to understand, like, yes, we're in an awesome patch of arm wrestling, but we're still on the blip in the world of sport. So I'm able to work together until you piss me off. And if you piss me off, then you're gone. That'll do. So we'll go for about another 5 minutes. We'll go for about another 5 or so minutes. I messaged someone to see if they could just come in, come in for 5 minutes, but they must be busy. Todd Hutchings, way too strong for Brzezinski. I can't wait for that matchup in August. It's going to be amazing. 24-hour live, Jaco. When? Well, it was supposed to be February, Phil. But then we've got Arm Wars, Todd's pulling Ben Brooks, Matt Masters pulling Jordan Sonev. Then it's Ryan Bowen, Chan Shaw, and King of the Table. So I'm looking at some dates in March. I'm looking for dates in March. Irving Brown says, unfortunately, the more productions, more scheduling conflicts. Yeah, that of course it's going to happen, which is a great thing for arm wrestling. But that means people have got to raise. They've got to raise their standard. It's going to, like I was saying the other day, it's just going to take more than booking a bloke. You've got to raise the standard of what you can offer. So, okay. Oh, cool. I've got A versus B. Right. We need, make sure it's good quality. Get your internet sorted. Matches are bangers. Atmosphere is electric. You know what I mean? Make it look like an arena. Don't just make it look like in a pub. I mean, you can pull it off making it look like in an awesome pub, but you know what I mean? So that was like when I first started, there wasn't many YouTube channels. There were some, but not many. And now every time I jump on Facebook, someone started a new channel. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. So then for me, that's like, okay, what can I do? And so it's made me evolve so people still watch my show. See you later, Tipster. See you at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Tell everyone to come back here. We won't be too long. Okay, what else have we got? What part of Australia are you from, says Sean? Yep, so we're about a 3-hour flight. We're about 1,500 kilometres from each other. So if you look at a map of Australia, Ryan and Lachlan are here, and I'm down here. So they're in the state of Queensland, bottom right-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner of Queensland, and the bottom in a state called Victoria. So yeah, if I lived in Queensland, Ryan and I would do a weekly podcast at his house. Would I consider putting on my own event? Yes. I'm just not sure what to do because AWE are doing really good things. I really like when Garage Wars puts on an event. So they do super matches. We have all of our state comps and national comps. So there's lots of tournaments. I know everyone will want to pull in more tournaments. I've got to find a good balance because, yeah, what works best for me and what works best for the arm wrestlers. But I do think about it. I do think about putting on an event. I just don't know what way I go about it. Do I try a tournament with different rules? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Table IQ, I'm not too sure. Aussie International 2023 at Whitby. I'd love to come back to Whitby. That was awesome. An Australian bottom 8. Braun Strap says there's a whole league here just waiting to be formalised. Where are you, Braun Strap? Where are you, mate? Yeah, where are you? Man, I love that so many people are hanging and banging. Couple of more minutes. And, a couple of more minutes. And Australian Arm Gods qualifier. Marcus and I were speaking this morning about possibly like an Ashes series. So in the cricket, Australia play England for the Ashes. We thought about Arm Gods versus AWE, which would be cool. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's just so much. There's plenty of room. The thing with Australians, it's all right. I'm not going to say it. Irving, since the very first time I saw you, Jake, I knew you had that intangible thing. I call it the special sauce. Thank you, Irving. There could be many channels that do the same thing, but it's you that makes what you do special. Thank you very much, Irving. Thank you very much. I might put a video out here or on the Arm Gods website to hire about the top 5 things. Top 5 things about starting a YouTube channel for me. Now, I haven't perfected it, but I think my formula works. So, yeah. That's probably my theory. But that's all right. Still can't believe there's 111 people in here, even when Toddzilla left half an hour ago. I appreciate you superstars like there's no tomorrow. 290 votes. And 58% think John Brezink gets the job done. I love it. 291 votes, man. It is so good. Canada going undefeated for the rest of the year, but he's just jinxed it. Oh, no. Jake, what do you think about the tag team arm wrestling match that Jerry and Paul proposed? I didn't see what they said. I'm up for people trying anything. but I don't know. Either way you put it, it's just one-on-one arm wrestling. It's no different. It's no different to what Toddzilla said a while ago. What Toddzilla said a while ago about just having 2 matches at once to make it go quicker. So, say John and Dennis have 1 round, and whilst they're having their break, Levan and Hermes have round 1, round 2, so it stops it. It's hard. The key, I'll quickly go back to this. The key thing for me is dead time. Just kill the dead time. Don't let people walk away after a slip. Don't let people control the table. If they're uncomfortable in a grip, that's bad fucking luck. You're the referee. You take control. Kill the dead time. That should be a shirt. Jake, if you drop that vid, I'll start a new channel. Feeling left out. If I drop what video? If I drop that vid, I'll start a new channel. Feeling left out. Phil, what video? Tell me what video. Jamie, Aussie, is a legend. Thanks for all you do for promoting the sport. Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. That's a very nice thing to say. Very nice thing to say. I miss the hot tag. I miss the hot tag too. It was just taking up. When we started it, I ended up getting a full-time job, and it was just taking up so much time. John and I love talking wrestling. It was the editing that I was doing that was just taking up so much time. And once WrestleMania finished, we were just a bit like, okay. Yeah, and then Uncle John was always on the fix. I mean, I'll never say never. We could relaunch the hot tag. That's not a problem. I'll never say never. For those that don't know, Uncle John and I were doing a pro wrestling channel. But, yeah. See you later, Nightmare. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Phil Woody. Oh, top five YouTube startup tips. So if you'll start a new channel if you do that. There you go. There you go. Interesting. There you go. Jake, can we get an Aussie gamer channel? I don't play video. Well, I play video games, but I play like Super Nintendo on the actual Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. Yeah. So it'd be fun. That's what I mean. I'd love to have all these channels, but like this morning I woke up, I watched a Dennis Saplenkov podcast, was organising with Toddzilla about my podcast, went to the gym, then Jess and Zadie woke up, and then all of a sudden, so now it's almost lunchtime. I'll have a quick bite to eat. I'll try and do some commentary for Instagram. I'll try and do some commentary for my other channel, Aussie Calls It. Then, then that takes me to about 5 o'clock. Like I'll take the dog for a walk, and then it's 5 o'clock. Then my wife gets home. We have a bit of dinner and everything. Put Zadie to bed. Then it's 8 o'clock, and it's like I've been going for 15 hours. So I am dedicated, but maybe in the future. Montana Arm Wrestling. Hey, Aussie, I'm putting on the top Todd Hutchings versus Ben Brooks match. Any questions? Is it live streamed? I'd like to watch it live. Is it live streamed? Todd will be on the channel again tomorrow at 4 p.m. We briefly spoke about it at the start, but his internet's yeah. Where can we watch it, mate? Let us know. Montana Arm Wrestling. And good on you, mate, for putting it on, because you got about 5 or 6. In the most polite way, maybe rethink your poster. That'd be my advice. I'm not the best on posters. I'm creatively challenged, but I will help out any way I can. Okay. Did I enjoy the Rumble this year? I've only watched the men's Rumble, and I did enjoy it. See you later, Rick. With all the hyphens. Yeah, if you like watching funny commentary, go to that channel. Thanks, Phil. Go to that channel. That'd be good. Let's have a look. Irving says, Jake, would you gauge yourself on how people react to you in life as a sign of your channel possibly working? I think my channel's working. Of course, I think it's working. Everyone was awesome at Arm Gods and the way they were talking to me. And yeah, I think the channel's working. I just, with anything, when you're a business, like today, I've worked 6 or 7 hours for $15, $16 after YouTube take their cut. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, I really focus on this one channel. I'd love to do lots and lots of other projects, but I've got to really focus on this one because, yeah, when you spend 8, 9 hours and I'll do more work and you make $8, they're the highs and lows. Some days you've seen, incredible. Other days, not so much, but that's okay. That's why I love doing what I do. Absolutely love it. We are looking into that. I'll see what my cameraman can do. Todd Hutchings will also pull all the competitors for $500 after the match against Ben. That's cool. Keep me updated. Keep me updated. Please. Montana, that'd be awesome. Don't worry. We're going to be live at 4 p.m. tomorrow, EZE. 4 p.m. tomorrow. What else have we got? What else have we got? Dirty South, I missed. Yeah, 4 p.m. tomorrow. 4 p.m. tomorrow. 4 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to do the second half of the podcast. Thank you, Aussie. I'll try and post the Todd Hutchings Super Match February 12th, the day after it happens. Is that on your channel, Montana? To up the hourly wage. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to, mate. You give more than enough, White Wolf. You give more than enough. Always appreciate it, you dead set legend. Always appreciate it. That's why I'm like trying to look into getting sponsors for the show. Hopefully get to maybe put out, and if anyone wants to pre-order a T-shirt. Not that I'm going to make money on those. I just want more Aussie Armwrestler T-shirts out there. It's just shipping that makes you shit the bed. It's just shipping. But that's okay. But thank you very much, White Wolf. Irving, no, I'm asking as a real question, not just for you, for anyone. If I'm liked by lots of people and people remember me, would that work for YouTube? I know you are good. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The internet can sniff out fakeness from a mile away. They can sniff out fakeness from a mile away. So if you get along with a lot of people on live and you can transform that to the camera, then it's easy buckets. If you're Irving Brown and you're not trying to be anyone else but Irving Brown, then yes. Then yes. You should go okay. But there's a lot more than just that. Like the amount of hustling I'd been doing, yeah. Sometimes I wouldn't take no for an answer. But yeah, okay, cool. All righty. Of course, we are tomorrow, 4 p.m. The first 37 minutes, I think it was, of this one was with Toddzilla, and then I just spoke for another hour, just having a chat with everyone. How are you going? Robert Kelly, speak to Montana Arm Wrestling. But yes, you do have, like, it's not just being you. Yes, of course you have to have good content. T-shirt, please. T-shirt, please. Yeah, I might do a pre-order. The problem is, Phil, right? It's like 30 Australian dollars or 35 Australian dollars to ship to you. So it cost me $18 to get the shirt made, 18 Australian dollars. So that's 54 Australian dollars for me to break even. So what's that in pounds? 40 pounds? 35 to 40 pounds? So That's the only thing that's holding me back at the moment. Because I've got them all there, lined up, ready to go. But then if I say, hey, everyone, 60 Australian dollars, and that includes shipping, yeah. I'll have a think about it. By hook, by crook with some by hook, by crook. That's looks like a dude that fishes. T-shirt, Jake's jacket, wearing a pair of sunglasses, holding a mic. Think about it. So I do have T-shirts, Brawn Strap on right now. I've got a Ready Bang T-shirt on Teesprings. But I think I've sold like 4. Anyway, I'm out of here. 4 p.m. tomorrow, you Dead Set Legends. 4 p.m. tomorrow. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. tomorrow. The rest of the podcast with Toddzilla. Let's do it. I will see you all then. I love you all. Beers with the Goin in 40 minutes. I will see you all then. Come back and tell everyone to come join me. See you later, superstars.